What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. Remember, before we get to those pitches, you know the drill. Hit that subscribe button. Join Ninja Nation. And now, without further ado, here are my filthiest pitches of the day. I'm going to start with Adam Wainwright, who had these pretty curveballs on his way to 3 Ks, giving up only 1 run in 5 innings. He and Yachty also had this great strike him out, throw him out double play. That's 81 combined years in that combo. It sure looks like they've done this before. Wainwright outdueled Corbin Burns, who went 7 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had 5 Ks. He had Ks on cutters, changeups, and sinkers, and got this sword on his cutter. Edward Cabrera had 4 strikeouts in 5 1/3 innings, and had this backward K on a curveball, and this sick 92-mile-an-hour front door changeup. It was so sick that the Marlins broadcast sent out a pitching ninja alert.
I don't know if you're familiar with the pitching ninja on Twitter.
At times.
At times, yeah.
I'll dabble at times.
Kind of looks around at some of the nastiest pitches and the movements and the overlays and all kinds of stuff. That might be one that the pitching ninja takes a peek at.
Kyle Gibson had 7 strikeouts in 6 innings, giving up only 1 run. Thanks to these filthy changeups and sliders. And he got a sword on this changeup. Ross Stripling had his slider and changeup working and had 4 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings. Drew Smiley had these dirty knuckle curves and had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up only 1 earned run. Tyler Wells had 4 strikeouts at 4 innings on this changeup and slider. Patrick Corbin had these nasty sliders and 4 strikeouts in 6 innings, giving up only 1 run. A rare day where Patrick Corbin has a better day than Corbin Burns. Cal Quantrill had 6 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had his changeup and fastball combo working. Some pretty good hitters here. Kyle Freeland had these dirty breaking balls on his way to 5 strikeouts and 6 2/3 scoreless innings, and he outdueled Dylan Cease. Although Cease did have 8 strikeouts in 5 innings, he gave up 3 runs. Cease really relied on his fastball this game for strikeouts, although he did have this back foot slider and knuckle curve. But the lineup was hunting breaking balls, so Cease used his upper 90s fastball as an out pitch a lot more. And here's an overlay that shows Cease's slider and fastball, and you can see why if you were looking for a slider, that fastball would go right by you. Sonny Gray had 8 Ks in 7 scoreless innings, and had these backward Ks on 2-seamers, both front door and back door. He's now 4th in the majors in backwards Ks. And he also had these wicked breaking balls. His ERA this year is now 2.91. Charlie Morton had these sick curveballs, including this one that hit Jock Peterson right in the foot on a swing and miss. Charlie hit me, and it hurt.
Charlie, that really hurt.
One of these curveballs was 3,129 RPMs. Morton was outdueled by Carlos Rodon, who was brilliant with his combo of fastballs and sliders. He had 8 strikeouts in 5 innings, giving up no earned runs. His ERA this year is now 2.84, and he's 2nd in the major leagues in strikeouts with 220. Roansy Contreras had these nasty sliders and 3 strikeouts in 4 innings. And he was up against Nick Lodolo, who had 11 Ks in 6 1/3 innings with this amazing display of breaking balls. I had Codify Baseball check, and I believe Lodolo has the most breaking balls that end up behind a hitter on a K in baseball. And it's all due to the combo of arm angle and break. Here's an overlay of Lodolo's fastball and breaking ball, and you can see why that's so tough to hit. They both come in on a similar angle, and that breaking ball keeps going. Unfair. Cristian Javier had 8 Ks in 6 scoreless innings, giving up only 2 hits, and had these nasty curveballs, this absolute paint, and then this sword. He also got this White Castle special on Javi Baez. I get the feeling like the umpire is pointing and laughing. Brayan Bello had 6 strikeouts in 5 scoreless innings, and continued to be electric with these wicked 2-seamers of up to 18 inches of run. And then he had this wicked changeup and power K-skip to the dugout. And he also had these filthy sliders. In fact, Bello loved his K-strut so much that he decided to K-strut this one that was 8 inches off the plate. Bello was up against Nestor Cortes, the tricky one, who had 7 strikeouts in 5 innings. And the highlight of the game was Nestor Cortes messing with timing. You can see here when he's rubbing up the baseball that he has something evil on his mind. And then he whips out this crazy windup. And it worked. I love Nestor Trickeration. My filthiest pitcher of the day, well, that was Luis Castillo. Castillo went 6 scoreless innings with 9 Ks, nice, with his combination of 100-mile-an-hour fastballs and nasty sliders. He got this White Castle special. And then had the pitch of the day on this 99-mile-an-hour two-seamer against Juan Soto that had 19 inches of run. When you can make a hitter with a great eye like Juan Soto look that bad, you know it was a filthy pitch. I think that baseball was possessed. Now on to my filthiest relievers. Clark Schmidt had these wicked breaking balls. Ryan Presley had this nasty slider and this Expelliarmus changeup. Caleb Bort, a name you may not know, absolutely shoved and hit 101 miles an hour on his fastball. Tyler Matzik had this slider and sword. Joe Kelly had this filthy knuckle curve and then hit 99 miles an hour on this hesitation windup. I don't know how you do that and still hit 99 miles an hour. Tommy Kahnle was back and had this dirty changeup. Jordan Hicks had this 101-mile-an-hour sinker and 89-mile-an-hour slider overlay. Anthony Bass had this White Castle special and enjoyed my shout-out of him. Daniel Bard had this filthy 89-mile-an-hour back foot slider. Ryan Helsley got a swing and miss on a breaking ball in the grass and had this slider. And my filthiest reliever yesterday was Camilo Doval, who annihilated the side with this. And now, my Pitching Ninja moment of zen. It's 2 nice elderly gentlemen playing Words with Friends on their iPads. Yeah, I had to add some reading glasses to this. What is up, Ninja Nation? My picks of the day today are a 3-leg parlay. I'm going to start with a same-game parlay of Shane McClanahan, welcome back Shane, for 5 Ks or more, and Kevin Gosman for 7 Ks or more. And then I'm going to throw in the big man who's been really good lately, Lance Lynn, for 6 Ks or more. Who would your picks of the day be?